Oops. Hello. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of a slow start today. I forgot today was Memorial Day, and I partook in a little bit of festivity, so I fell a little bit behind. Actually, that's a lie. The truth is, I was I was caught up in playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I lost track of time. And today is Memorial Day, but I did forget that. So hey, welcome. Hello. Oh, I also, when I booted up to the thing today, since I don't really keep track of numbers that much, or like view count or sub count in YouTube Studio, I just noticed that we have 20 subs now. That's just pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That is most excellent. So I've decided why not, I'm going to change things up a little bit. So normally I have Ina's BGM going. But today, I thought we'll try a little bit of the kind of music I like to listen to. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. There we go. There. Synthwave. Just a little bit of a difference. This synthwave music is made by White Bat Audio. I credited him in the description, I believe. And these songs are 100% royalty free. You just have to remember to credit him in whatever it is you're doing. Before we begin, I have my lunch here with me today. Because again, I lost track of time. Still not quite done. I ate a bit during the prep before the stream. So when a stream is at 1:45, I like to start prepping at 1:20. So ideally, I'll have my laundry done and washed as soon as I get up, which is at around 9:30. Although sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. Hope you understand. I don't get out of bed till at least 10, and then the clothes don't get into the washer until at least 10:15. And then sometimes by somewhere between 11:30 to 11:50, if I did everything right, laundry should be washed and dried. Sometimes by 12, if I messed up the setting, or if I have a lot of thick clothes I need to wash. So today I have ramen. I have ramen soup. It's Maruchan. Personally, I prefer a cup noodle because the noodles are a lot more flavorful. They have a lot more flavor, and they're a lot more enjoyable to eat. And I like to make the noodles a little soggy, so I'll have it sit for about 3.5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes 45 seconds, just so I can get the little fluffiness in the noodle. It's a lot more filling, a little easier to chew. I don't have any problems chewing, it's just not my favorite thing to do. You can hear it, right? Yeah. I just decided as a last second celebration, we'll listen to some of the music I like to listen to whenever I'm drawing. Like by myself, off stream. That I can play without worries of copyright strike. Although I just heard of White Cat Audio today. I hope I didn't get his name wrong. Yeah, White Bat Audio. I just heard about him today. So far, I like it. I think I'll add him to my rotation, that's for sure. Apologies, my didn't have my reference sheets at the ready before I started today. I think today I'm just gonna use the screenshot from the sketchbook. I mean the art book that came with the pre-orders, which I could not snag. But I've talked about that to death already. So we're just gonna go back to the coat. I'm gonna get this moving. So everybody tuning in today, thank you. Thank you. My name is Red Deere. This is another stream with Red Deere. Today we will be, let me get the proper intro going. Today we will be continuing our drawing of Purah. Perfect specimen. My Beppis in the wrong spot. Got in the way of the cords. You should see my desk, it's a mess. Got all kinds of cords everywhere. Gets in the way of the keyboard. My keyboard is not a big keyboard. It's very small. It's one of those Logitech keyboards that don't have the number pad on the far right. It's got kind of switches this have? I think it was I want to say black, but they feel like brown ones. No, because there's a bit of a resistance to the push, and then there's a noticeable clickety clackety sound as you type. I love that sound. Because the only keyboards I ever used when I was younger, because I think I mentioned before, but I grew up without the internet. It was a combination of my parents I don't think they were able to afford it at first, but then when they were able to, they decided not to have it. Because the news told them that it was bad and it was dangerous. Bad thing, people met up and kidnapped children on the internet. And my brother and I, we weren't stupid. That would not have happened to us. I mean, we didn't even meet up with people we knew. What made them think we were gonna meet up with strangers online, you know? But then they always chose to just take us to the library. And so though I got really familiar with the keyboards at the library. They had these really old Windows 7 computers. I think, well, actually no. When we first started going to the library, they hadn't updated to Windows. They hadn't even updated to Vista yet. So they still had most of the computers in the kids section. They were still running 95. And they still had these old, big, membrane, beige keyboards. Well, I just really like the clickety clackety sounds. And they were well kept, maintained. It wasn't like they were old and beaten up. They were cared for by somebody who really knew what they were doing. And so there was a small resistance to the button pushes that I just got really attached to. But then eventually, when we moved out from where we were, eventually we decided to get internet connection at last. And it wasn't expensive at all. It was only like, well, at least for me, in our area, it was only like a couple bucks extra per month for high-speed internet. It's like I said, they didn't pay for the internet simply because they didn't trust it. Because it was unknown and they thought it was dangerous. So that's why my brother and I grew up, are probably the last Zoomers, last millennials. No, we're too young to be millennials. We're either older Zoomers or young millennials. Kind of in between there. But we're probably the last Zoomers on Earth, or at least in North America, to have grown up without the internet. That being said, there were times where we used to live. We used to live in apartments. And so we would mooch off of the neighbor's Wi-Fi if we could guess the password. And you're probably thinking, nobody actually uses 123456 as their password. I say, yeah. Unfortunately, people really do. Not only that, but also password. Sometimes people will set the password as the name of the connection point, or the name of the network, I should say. Yeah, no, not hard to guess, unfortunately. Or, I should say, thankfully. Oh, I gotta do the recording next. So I'm gonna finish up the legs, the skirts, and then I'll probably, well, depends on how long it takes me to do it. Shouldn't take me too long. Because then after I do the line art, normally I would go back and redo it. But today, after watching some of Lack's work and some of his live streams, what he does is that he adjusts the line art as he goes, as he colors, I should say, not shades or sketches. And so I will be doing that. I'll be trying that technique just to keep the momentum flowing. I believe this will be I'm gonna cap this stream to an hour, or try to. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling. I almost wanted to cancel the stream, but then it didn't feel right to me to do that, because what else am I gonna do? I wanted to feel productive today. I know it's a holiday, but you know, I haven't always been a fan of taking days off on holidays. Well, mostly because I've pretty much always been self-employed, so I can hold myself accountable to those sorts of things. But I think if I had like a normal job, I would be taking my days off without complaint. Easy. But at the moment, I do not. Should I make these thick lines or thin lines? I'm really liking this. Yeah, I like this song. What's it called? Miami Skies. Very nice. Gotta make sure I put his credit. Yes, I've credited the BGM, or the BGMs, I should say, in the description. They are by Karl Casey at Whitebed Audio. They're free to use. You should check him out. He's really good. I just discovered him today when I was looking for royalty-free music to listen to, just as a change, because I've been listening to the same thing all day. I mean, this whole time when I have been streaming this, and I decided last second, 20 subs. I think I already said that. Yeah. Let's change this up. Now I might not use synthwave BGM every drawing stream, but I do know I will certainly be using it this stream. So far, I just really like the nostalgic feel that these songs tend to have. I forget to zoom in when I'm working on these tiny parts. I've been thinking about when I come back to playing games again on stream. I'm thinking about what it is I'm going to play. Do I want to start a new series, or do I want to continue what I've already been playing? And then if I do either, what will I be doing? Oh, I forgot to say I'm live on Twitter. Let me go do that right now. Let me go do that right now. Oh, man. Okay, come on. Come on, Twitter. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Shoot. There. There. Live now. I was looking at a tweet. I retweet that. No, it was a tweet that finally made. About Tears of the Kingdom. It was an edit about edit of Zelda saying, "King Raru, I came." Pretty much how the internet's been since the new Zelda came out. Holy cow, it's good. My brother, he found the Tunic of the Wild. So a mild spoiler, the Armor of the Wild set that you could only get if you completed all of the shrines in Breath of the Wild, it is in Tears of the Kingdom. And it is I believe it is the best armor that you can put on in terms of defense stats. So I had to ask him for the coordinates. Because the game helps you keep track of coordinates now. Which is pretty cool if you think about it. Nope. Maintain the illusion that it's going around the leg. That'll work. You know, this song reminds me of what I really want to be listening to. Lazarus by David Bowie. It's a hauntingly good song. I've also been listening to a little bit of Vinny's band, Red Vox. V-O-X. Red, R-E-D. Red Vox. Very good. That's also part of the reason why my first name is Red. Because I wanted not only to be a color, but I also wanted to be a very subtle reference to Vinny. In some way. So that's why I picked Red. And then the deer part, well, there happened to be actual deer that could be found all over the world called red deer. And then I put an E at the end of it because I thought, maybe that'll help my name come up whenever anyone's looking at for John Deere. John Deere I found out John Deere is not exactly a great company. Like, oops. Oh well. And I can't exactly go around calling myself a red channel. People will get the wrong idea. They might think I'm some kind of communist or something. That'll do. I think I'm going to simplify this design here just a tad bit. Distinguish this letter from the rest. There's a noticeably thinner line. I've seen, when I was looking for inspiration for a Purah, and how I wanted her to be posed and how I wanted her to look when I drew her, I saw all kinds of different art for Purah. I've taken to calling her Purah, instead of Purah. Even though that's the way Zelda says it in Age of Calamity. But then at the same time, I don't know. I feel like, I know the voice actress is just doing her job. She's doing what she was asked to do, and she's doing it well. But I feel like in a game like in a video game like The Legend of Zelda, Zelda's British English fantasy theater delivery just doesn't work. I feel like it's too stiff. Too dramatic at times. Not dramatic enough. Especially not if everyone else around her is like doing a proper performance or vocal performance of what's expected in a video game. I mean, kudos to her. She's doing a fantastic job. It's not her fault. She's just doing what the director told her to do. But I think the director directed her wrong. It's better in Tears of the Kingdom, but most of the time, since the rest of the characters aren't talking that way, it just feels really out of place. But I will say that Zelda has hits and misses. It's not all bad. It's not a tragedy that requires like pitchforks or anything like that. It's nothing like Ada Wong's voice in the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's not. It isn't that level of bad. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. Because it still has its moments. It's still pretty solid. And you can tell the voice actress is very talented, very skilled in what she's doing. It's just that the direction was bad. For Zelda's voice in particular. And then the voice work for everyone else, phenomenal. especially in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, in Breath of the Wild, overall, it was very stiff. Extremely stiff. And because they had such talented voice actors working as all the characters, you can tell right away it's the director's fault. And not at all the actors. Nintendo, please leave me alone. I'm just saying what it is. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, that'll do. And since I can't see the whole design, I'm kind of grasping at straws here as to what the rest of it looks like. Actually, let me take a quick survey. Let me go hop onto Pixiv and see how the other artists did it. How did they handle this part of her outfit? Well, I suppose it's no big surprise that most people just kind of opted not to give her clothes. So I don't know what I was expecting. Let me adjust the settings. There we go. All ages. Some people have no idea what the guidelines are on Pixiv. What I'm saying is I'm seeing breasts, or bare breasts, and other things in the general tab. And sexually suggestive is okay, but explicit, no. That goes against the guidelines. And I only say that because I've been bonked once. I won't go too much into the why. But, yeah, I had to make a correction. It had a little bit to do with, Japanese censorship laws. I'll let you make the connections. Yeah, most people just didn't draw it at all. And the people who did made up a design. So from what I can gather, as long as it's believable, it won't matter what it looks like. That's kind of how it's always been. What the? Okay. Sorry, I lost control there. Have to adjust this just a tiny bit. Because it has to look like it's going around the leg. All lines just weren't quite convincing enough for me. Autosave. I'm going to shorten this a little bit. Sorry, I forget to... No, I'm doing okay. I thought maybe I was forgetting to talk. This sounds like this sounds a lot like the music I usually use when I draw. And I like to stay silent when I draw. Okay. You know what? There's nothing wrong with this BGM. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's just I figured it's probably time to switch back. It sounds really good. If you want to check it out, I'm listening to the 2-hour synthwave mix, LA Sunset, by White Bad Audio. Phenomenal. Phenomenal mix. I highly recommend it. You should give it a try. You should give him a try. But for now, we're going to go back to the other BGM. I'm definitely going to go back to listening to that, to White Bad Audio's music when I'm on my own. But while I'm on stream, I need something to remind me I'm streaming. Just like a flow thing. This is the excellent BGM to listen to when you want to hunker down, get some stuff done. And you just want to, I just kept wanting to go silent because I wanted to listen to the music. I should probably use a thinner line on that one. Perfect. Hydrated. Don't forget to hydrate. try my best to replicate the design. Look closely at it. I have no idea what it is. It kind of reminds me of the ancient Sheikah stuff from Breath of the Wild. I've always been fond of the Sheikah eye, the mind's eye. Always wanted that tattooed somewhere on my body. I've just never gotten around to doing it. Couldn't find an artist that I liked. It also didn't charge too much for such a small thing. I don't want anything fancy. You know, some artists or some tattoo artists will go all in. Sometimes if the person paying for the tattoo didn't ask for them to go all in, they'll do it anyway. And then there are artists that will give you exactly what you want. Which can be a good thing and a bad thing. You have to really make sure you study up what you want and what it will look like on your body. Oh my goodness, this is gonna take a while. I think I'm gonna move on to a different part of her body. Man, the only part that's left is the recorder and her. Oh, I need to ink her gloves. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Shouldn't take too long to do it that way. Looks like she was wearing half gloves, which are those really nice looking gloves. Hold on, I need to pull up a better picture of them. Somewhere. I meant to get a good look at her in Tears of the Kingdom today, but I forgot. Too busy looking for that set. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh well, that'll have to do. Let's just make them skin tight for the sake of clarity. So then there's this triangle design here. Round shape here. A little too small to notice, but it's there. Almost too small to notice. to the recorder. Think about this for a bit, just a bit. You know, let's stretch. I'm gonna stretch. Ugh, okay. Oh, I get a little bit faint when I stretch the wrong way. Oh my god. The recorder is like a gold color. Why she holds a recorder of all things. Wonder if it's meant to be phallic. You know, because it's a long rod. Handles in her hand. They didn't replace it with anything else. Like typically this kind of character would have a fan in their hands. Or this design archetype would have a fan. Or like a smoking pipe. But they kept it a recorder specifically. To my knowledge, she never actually plays the recorder during the game. Erase it later. Oh, we will erase what we don't need later. Okay, go back to that. I've watched more. I looked up more Five Nights at Freddy's fan animations, and I noticed that after the first game was released, there were like some really high quality, creepy, scary animations. But then in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out, when that game came out, I noticed that there was a spike in horny, just like horny animations. That is like, okay, I guess that's what that looks like. I don't know who looks at specifically it was Toy Chica that set people off, or it got people off, I should say. I don't know why. She doesn't talk. Her design's a little bit off-putting because, you know, she's supposed to be scary. Not as scary as Withered Chica, but scary, especially without her beak. And it perplexes me that people looked at her and thought, yes, she might be serving pizza, but I want to serve her sausage. It's just, I don't get it. But it's like, although it is a question I have, I don't exactly want it answered. You know what I mean? That's such a random thing to bring up while I'm drawing Purah. Oh, sorry. Purah. It's Purah. Is it? I know that's how Zelda... No, I already said this. I already talked about this. Zelda says it Purah, as in P-O-O. Like poop. Poopra. I thought that was weird. Going back on cutscenes. Did you know that Purah has the same voice in English? She has the same voice actress as Tails. I'll let that one sink in. All right. Erase these pieces. Actually, you know what? No. Since I want a short stream, I'm gonna have to cap this at an hour today. Because it's a holiday. My dad's home. I'd rather be in the front room with him. Because he never takes a day off. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I remember when I was a kid, he'd be throwing up. Sick. He'd still go to work. He even had paid leave, sick days, and they paid him. They would pay him if he took a day off. Never used it. Never. He would rather be at work. And then I was, like my brother and I, we were like that until we went to college. But then when we got to college, we realized that kind of grind is stupid. If you want to take a day off to catch up on some work, or to, you know, catch up on some sleep, just like email your professors, hey, I can't come in today. Don't tell them why. You don't have to tell them why. Because at my university, all my professors had had 3 unexcused absences that you could use before it started to affect your grade. However, if you emailed the professor telling them that you could not make it, they would instantly give you an excused absence. And as long as you and they give you an infinity amount, an infinity times 1,000 amount of excused absences. Just tell them you're not gonna make it. Tell them. And then they will excuse you. Simple as that. Alrighty. It does seem strange since there's only really one piece left to do. You know what? I want to keep going. I want to at least finish this. I want to finish what I have here, and then I'll make up the design tomorrow. I think for tomorrow, we're gonna finish up this part right here. Actually, you know what? I think I might finish up the part later today? Tonight? No, because I don't want to touch this drawing off stream. That's a rule. Personal rule. And I don't want to rush it either. It's just kind of floating there now. I don't get it. Excuse me. Water. More water. Don't drink soda during a stream. Don't do it. Gums up your voice. And makes it feel sticky. Not in a fun way. You know, how about I make these pieces connect? Like this. Even if the tiny details aren't right, or technically right, still close enough. I'm lost track. So this is gold piece that'll actually go into the rest of the outfit here. This is empty. This will then go around, all the way around this part. No, not all the way around. Another thing about not drinking soda is that you get a little gassy. Excuse me, sorry. That was not information you needed to know. apologize. Huh. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Yeah, again, this is a very complicated piece right here that I have to make, and I'm gonna have to make up a design. Like personally, I'm gonna have to make one up. And that's gonna take some time. And then I have other things that I need to do and other details I need to go over. Like tomorrow, I will be, okay, I'm gonna waive the rule since I just wanna get into color, like the base colors and begin shading tomorrow. So I will be doing a little bit of tiny details just so, later on today, just so we can get on with the coloring tomorrow. I say get on with because I really just want to start coloring this beautiful woman. All right, come on. So yeah. Not a whole lot of progress, but progress all nonetheless. Bit of delays too. A lot of talking. And unfortunately, I have to stop the stream right now. So I hope you guys have a good one. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be streaming here on YouTube tomorrow. Because, yeah, I just have a gut feeling that today and tomorrow I'll be streaming on YouTube. Friday night, I don't know. I might supplement Friday night with Wednesday night, but we'll see.